Hi guys, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Today is April 11th, so it is my mom's birthday. Now, my mom was always very big on celebrations, small or short. My mom was always the type of person who loved an excuse to celebrate and buy gifts for people, which is kind of how I am. If you know me personally, I love buying gifts and I love to party, and excitement is all me. So my mom was born on April 11th and she died on May 5th, which is Cinco de Mayo. So yeah, again, I'm telling you, the girl loves to celebrate. I think that's another reason why anytime it's my mom's death anniversary, I always find somewhere to go. I always go out with my friends. I always find somewhere to drink and turn up and just celebrate life, because I think that's what she would want for me. She would want me to celebrate life. This video is about to get awkward. No, my mom was actually cremated, guys. Fun fact. And this is her right here. Her picture is actually turned that way so that when you come into the house you see that, hey, this is a dead person. So I'll show you guys a picture of my mom soon, or a couple dozen. Yeah, so this video is about my experience losing my mom to cancer. My mom was my best friend. Sometimes throughout the video you'll hear me speak about my mom in present tense. It happens sometimes because I wouldn't want to say it's hard for me to accept that my mother is dead. It's just hard for me to talk about my mother in the past tense sometimes. So if you hear me talking in the present tense, please forgive me. So I'm gonna just tell you about, you know, from finding out she was sick to finding out that she actually passed and coping after. If there's anyone who has lost a parent, you know how difficult it can be, especially if you're close to your parents like how I am close to mine. It's extremely difficult. But I really wanted to talk about my feelings and just be honest on my honest tube, because this is why it's here. So yeah. So in 2016, I found out that my mother was very ill. Now, prior to being diagnosed with cancer, my mom has never been the sick type. Like, my dad has diabetes and whatever. Like, my mother never have no other ailments. She always ate well, lived well. My mom always made sure she exercised for at least 30 minutes each day. She gets up in the morning, exercises. She would try to go for a walk, and she also she had minimal intake of sugar, so she didn't really drink sugar with tea and them things there. And her sugar intake is like, if she could drink a soda, she take like a week for drink a soda. So she really believed in living well, so she was never really sick. In 2016, my dad left Jamaica for enough months, which is not weird. My daddy used to leave the island for like lots of months at a time to work, and then it would just be me and my mom here. During this time that my dad was away, I remember my mother, like, this is about September, October of 2016, my mother always asking me to like rub her back, and I realized she never really eat much. Now, my mom was generally not a very eaty person, and somebody back hurting them is not something that's gonna trigger in your mind like, oh, this is a red flag, this person finna die. Didn't take anything of it. Anyways, in November of 2016, my dad surprised us and just came to Jamaica, and my mind was blown, because as I tell you guys, I'm very frightened for my parents. So, you know, my daddy come home, so you know, so me super duper excited now for ask Christ, and my daddy's just like, okay, I'm really here because I had a dream that somebody very close to me was gonna die in Jamaica and I needed to be home, so I'm here. I'm like, yo, that's so cryptic. Like, this man swearing about crystal ball, and that may say, and I'm saying, whatever. But people are good dead. But anyways, don't care, because my daddy come home, so I was very excited. But when my daddy came home, he was very uneasy, because he's just like, something just seems different about mommy, and she's just like, nothing, same old me. And my daddy was just like, no, you're sick and you don't know that you're sick. And my daddy was just telling my mommy like, yo, you are sick and you don't even know it. But I think that my mom was like in denial about how sick she was, because in a few weeks my mom's stomach got larger and hard, and she had discomfort sleeping and also nausea. So on top of the backaches that I spoke to you about before, on top of not being able to eat, she also had nausea and discomfort in her stomach, so she couldn't sleep because of all of these things together. My dad encouraged my mother to go to the doctor. She went to the doctor and the doctor said that she had gas. It's safe to say that we don't go to that doctor anymore. So yeah, told my mom that she had gas, gave my mom gas medication. So my mom was taking gas medication, still feeling uncomfortable, still nauseated every day, whatever. Cool. Somebody is like, listen, the symptoms that you have are very serious. You need to go to the hospital then. If you don't want to go back to your doctor, you need to be admitted to hospital. My mother never take it that seriously. No. On the 23rd of December, which is 2 days after my birthday, 2016, my mom was admitted into the hospital. No, I remember that day so vividly because I was at work and I actually left early to go and buy my mommy a Christmas present. And I was there with my manager, Rachel, and Rachel and I went and were shopping and whatever, and I realized that I had like multiple missed calls on my phone from my brother. Now, you guys know I don't really talk about my siblings a lot, so seeing a lot of missed calls from my brother is a red flag. So I instantly started to wonder what is happening, who died, why my house are burned down at Portmore, what's going on. I called my brother and he's like, are you at the hospital? So I'm like, no. So he's like, are you on your way to the hospital? So I'm like, no. I'm like, why would I be going to the hospital? Like, it's Christmas. Like, who the hell is at the hospital on Christmas? And he's like, mommy's in the hospital. And I'm telling you guys, I legit felt all of the blood rush from my face. I was pale. I could not speak. I just started to cry. So Rachel is like, what's wrong with you? What's happening? I'm like, my mom is in the hospital. And she's like, Denille, calm down, people go to the hospital all the time. And I'm like, not my mom, she's a healthy person. So I'm there calling my mother now, calling my mother, hello, not getting my mother. So I'm like, oh my god, my mom fucking died and I'm here buying a Christmas gift and I'm gonna be one of those people whose parents died in Christmas. Like, that's was my worst fear. I'm sorry guys, like, losing my parents is one thing, but Christmas is like my favorite holiday. See my Christmas tree here, I'm a Pandora. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. Like, losing somebody in Christmas would just like lit me for six. So Rachel, being the calm and collective person that she is, Rachel said, okay, I will call the hospital. She called the hospital and then she finally got through to somebody and they're like, oh, you know, Miss Ashwood is actually seeing the doctor right now. Mrs. Ashwood, sorry, is actually seeing the doctor right now. He wants to talk to her. And Rachel is like, it would really make her daughter feel better to hear her voice. And I heard my mother's voice and I started to cry again. And I am hysterical at this point, thinking like, what the hell is wrong with you? What kind of person doesn't answer their phone when they're in the hospital and them have a mad daughter? Like, get it together. My mother's like, listen, I'm fine. I'm at the hospital. They said they want to keep me overnight. You can send a bag for me, but you can't come. So I'm like, why can't I come? And she's like, because you're dramatic, emotional. You go cry down the hospital and I just don't have the energy. So I was going home now that day, guys, and I cried all the way from half a tree, go straight to my house, bawling. When I come home in tears, my father is just like, what them tell you for? Cause you just gonna kill the woman now with your tears. And me I say, yo, I can't take this. I'm like, yo, I have to go to the hospital now. And I pack a big bag for my mother, everything, and carry there. And she was just like, it's okay. And I'm like, Mommy, are you gonna die? And she's like, no, I'm not going to die. They just wanna do some tests on me. I'll be fine. In coming weeks, they said that, oh, you know, she just have some fluid in her stomach and they're just gonna pump it out and she should be fine. So my mom was released like close to New Year's. So, you know, we never have no Christmas or nothing, but we had like a big New Year's dinner with the family and whatever, celebrating her return and whatever. In January now, I started to see my mother just get sicker and sicker, and I knew that this whole fluid situation is not the only thing that's wrong with her. They just don't know what it is. Then in February, I think February was like the more difficult part. I've always lived with my parents, guys. As I said, me and my parents are very close. Growing up, I always knew a lot of people, like I do now, but I don't really have a lot of friends. And like my parents are my best friends. I know this video probably might seem so sad, but it is what it is. I never really have no friend like that. Parents are my best friends. Tell them everything. If I was any closer to my parents, that'd be mad weird. So February, I went to look for my mother. Me and another friend of mine went there. This other friend basically grew up with me, so she knows my mother very well, Jamila. And on our way home, I realized that we weren't going home. Like, we live in Portmore, and I realized that I drive further and further into Kingston. So I'm like, where am I going? And I'm asking, and nobody's telling me where we're going. And then like I just see my mother hold my hand, and she's like, it's okay. And I'm like, what's okay? I'm like, where are we going? Then I realized that we're going to my mother's family house in Stony Hill. And I'm like, why are we going to Stony Hill in like the middle of the night? I saw my mom took up her stuff and leave, and she said, you can't come out the car, stay. I went to leave now. So I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, this is where I live now. I'm like, what do you mean this is where you live now? She's like, yeah, they're gonna take care of me until I'm better. As difficult as like my mom died, I see my mom live somewhere else. My mom living somewhere else and having to go and visit her there was extremely difficult. Because you know, the reality I know is my mom being at home and like coming home every day and my mother isn't there. Coming home every day and my mother isn't there just kind of solidified the fact that, hey, my mom is actually really sick. So a large part of my loss was losing the privilege, if you will, of living with my mother. So I tried to make the best of it. I tried to visit her as often as I could. But visiting her there felt almost like supervised visits for me. I don't like to talk to my mother, nobody's there. I hope you guys understand what I mean. So I didn't really like it. Our last Valentine's Day together, I actually went to the family house and surprised her with chocolate and whatever, even though she couldn't eat it. She could tell that she was really touched, and celebrating random holidays, as I said before, was our thing. So that was like my last special Valentine's Day, that Valentine's Day 2017 with my mommy, like for real. But after a while, it started to set in that, hey, these last moments with my mom are legitimately going to be my last moments with my mom. She's not gonna make it. Now, I remember one day, you know, being at a shoot and my dad called me and said, yo, you need to come home now. And I'm like, did mommy die? And he's like, no. I'm like, did mommy get worse? He says, you just need to come home. This isn't the type of news that you can give somebody over the phone. And I remember rushing out to the shoot, and everybody's like, yo, where are you going? I'm like, yo, I have to go home. Like, and they're like, what's wrong with your mom? And I'm like, I couldn't tell you, but I just know that I need to go home. You couldn't tell me some clothes lean. I'm like, I just know that I need to go home. Guys, I went home that fateful day, and my dad started to talk to me mad slow. He was just like, listen, your mom is not going to make it. Your mother has ovarian cancer and it is stage 4, and it's next to impossible for her to recover. Now, guys, ovarian cancer is one of the silent, deadly cancers. You heard me talking about the fluid filling her stomach. That's the cancer actually disguising itself as fluid in hopes that you'll remove the fluid so it can get to spread. So when they removed the fluid from my mother's stomach twice, it just really helped the cancer to spread all over her body. So at this point, majority of my mom's body was covered in cancer. No, this person, unfortunately. But on this night in particular, I said, yo, I'm gonna have to call Jesus because I have one last request of him. And I prayed and I said, God, I know that my mother doesn't have much longer left. But I want her to have one last birthday, because as I said, celebrations are so big to us. I want her to have one last birthday and make it the best birthday she has ever birthdayed. I want her to be surrounded by so much love and feel so loved that if she should even leave the earth the day after her birthday, she would have left the earth knowing that everybody in her life loves her and appreciates her, and she's just an amazing person, because I wanted her to go happy. You know, as much as I didn't want her to die, I wanted her to know how much she meant to us and the impact that she had on our lives. And man, I can honestly say that God came through. On my mom's birthday, all of her favorite nieces actually flew down and they turned it up. Like, my mom had like a big birthday bash, like a whole day sitting. Like, I took time off from work, her other nieces and nephews took time off from work, and we had a little party and everybody said their kind words and bust beer tears, and she said that it was the best birthday of her life and she loves us and she really feels the love. And I feel good knowing that she had that great last birthday. And yeah, so that was good, and big up Jesus for that one. He came through in the clutchy clutch with the gift. So leading up to my mom dying now, she can't sit up by herself. I have to be like feeding her, water and whatever, and I'm just like, this is getting pretty bad. But I still had a lot of hope, guys, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna take her home and get a nurse for her and just keep her alive as long as I can. That was my grand plan. Doctor said I need to have a meeting with the family on Monday. Now that Monday was the day of my final exam. And guys, I never know if we could have managed to go to the meeting, you know. Like, I have terrible anxiety, and the whole time I'm in the exam, I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about the meeting. Like, what do doctors meet with families for? Not to tell them that your family member won a sweepstakes. It's usually to tell them that, yo, this person is finna kick the bucket and there is absolutely nothing that we can do. Guys, I did about half of that paper and I just said, you know, what's the point of our graduation if my mother can't come on my graduation, and it's my mother send me to school and force me to do this college thing, because I want college, I want start one business with the college money, but that's for one next story time. And I'm like, what's the point of it if I don't have my mother to celebrate with? Did have the paper and left, and I was like, yo, forget it. Went to the hospital, saw my mommy, and my auntie was just like, tell your mommy that you mashed up the exam. And I'm like, I'm not gonna stay here and lie to this lady. And I'm just like, yes, mommy. I'm like, mommy, real good, knowing that I only did half of the paper. And the Friday after, my mom actually passed. That was Cinco de Mayo. And it was super emotional. I was there from the day before when she actually like went brain dead, and my friend Michael and Kai, actually friends, Michael and Kai actually came to the hospital and stayed with me. it was super emotional. Now, finding out that my mom was, you know, brain dead was a whole other episode on its own. Like, I was here at my house sleeping, and my brother actually woke me up and was like, yo, mom is dying, need to go to the hospital. Guys, I got up, put on clothes that I don't even know if it's clean. Up until this day, I don't know if the clothes clean. I don't bathe. I don't put no money in my pocket, nothing. The money that I had in my pocket could only, my mother was at KPH, by the way. The money I had in my pocket could only take me like, yeah, just downtown proper. Can't take a taxi to KPH. Guys, I've never walked to the hospital before. On that day, I walked to the hospital and I didn't even know where I was going. I was just walking and crying and saying, yo, my mom cannot be dead. Like, this cannot be a thing. This can't be the person that I'm preparing to take home. And I even lined up my mother seeing another doctor, because spoke to a physician and she says that she specializes in taking over from when doctors give up, and you know, miracle cases is her specialty. So may I say, yo, me need a miracle, like straight up, miss, link up with the miracles. I'm gonna take my mother to this lady. So when I went there, my mom was brain dead. I was just there talking to her and telling her that, yo, I'm going to take care of my father forever, which I am. Tell her that, yo, I love her. All of my dear friends that she was so close to, like, you know, like Shaq and Sheldon them and Jamila, where she like see grew up them whole lives. We love her, and you know, she's always gonna be a part, you know, of our memories, and we'll never forget her and the effort that she put into us. Told her that, yo, graduation finna be lit. Now, at first, in all honesty, I was lying because I didn't plan to go to my graduation. But my daddy said, yo, it's kind of wicked to lie to the dead. So that's how come I even end up going to my graduation. And it was just like feeling her hand. Like, guys, when they're brain dead, they can hear you, but their body can't react to anything. And I remember holding my mother's hand and saying, like, yo, if you feel like anything, just squeeze my hand. Just squeeze my hand. If you can hear me, mommy, just squeeze my hand. Like, that's all I want. Like I just want to feel you squeeze my hand one more time. And she didn't. She was just cold. Her body just felt cold. And then, you know, they explained to us, hey, they're gonna let her transition in the most peaceful way. These are the people from Mona Rehab, so they were gonna put her on some machine to make her just go home. I mean, in a chariot. I don't know how it worked. Just make it go home peacefully and whatever. And that was rough. And then, like, you know, all of my family members obviously come home for her funeral. I won't even bother to talk to you guys about the autopsy situation, because that's a little too much for me right now. I get too emotional to talk about that. But my auntie came home to Jamaica. From my mother was sick, one of my aunties was here, and she came to the house and she was just like, yo, she's sad, but she's at peace because my mommy already told her bye. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, from Monday she tell me bye, she's not gonna make it and she love me. So I'm like, how she never remember to tell me bye? I'm like, so my mother knew she was going to die and she didn't even say, babes, up your thing? Nothing. Then my other uncle was just like, yeah, I spoke to her, and from February, she tell me straight she's not gonna live, and the next time I come to Jamaica, I just won't see her. I'm like, and she never, every time I said to her, mommy, are you gonna die, or mommy, don't die, she's like, no, I'm gonna be fine, whatever. My other aunt, she was like telling her not to die, just to hold on for me. And my mother was just like, where her father loves so much, she's fine. Like, her dad is gonna take care of her. She is blessed and highly favored. And I'm just like, never did she ever give me any reason to think that she was gonna die. I think she really wanted me to stay positive and not fret and those stuff. But guys, since I spoke to you about, you know, finding out that she was ill throughout the illness to her death, not to talk about the hard part, actually coping with the death of my mother. I used to come in here every day and just bawl, just reach the door, just reach inside and just break down and cry. Sometimes I would just be bawling out, mommy, 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 like incessantly. Like I can only imagine how, you know, that must have been weird for like my neighbors or whatever, like just crying. Like I used to always tell my mom when I was smaller and older and recent, yo, don't die without me. I used to always say, yo, if you gonna die, make them take me too, because I can't live without you. And like for weeks after my mom passed, I would just be like, mommy, please, I want to die too. And like my daddy's like, why the hell would you say that? And I'm like, I felt like I just could not go on without my best friend that always look out for me and take care of me. I just couldn't imagine going on without my mother. So I wanted to die. Like there's no nice way to say, hey guys, you know, I was finna die. I wanted to die because I could not imagine life without my mother. At one point, guys, I started to feel super guilty. I'm gonna wrap this up because I realize it's a long video, but at one point, guys, I felt super guilty because I was like, if it was in the reverse, I feel like my mother would not have allowed me to die. So how did I allow her to die? Guys, I could not sleep. Sometimes I'm sleeping and like all I can see in my mind is my mother taking her last breath, and I would just think that, yo, that is my fault. If it is that I did love her, I would have done something. I wouldn't have allowed her to die. So I'm gonna share this very creepy story. So someone connected me to a girl on Twitter that was a prayer warrior, I guess, and told her to pray for my mother. I didn't really tell the girl anything about me other than I have a mother, she's dying from cancer. Link up Jesus, ask him to make her live forever. Then and the girl prayed for me, and that was it. We didn't really talk after that. I've never met this person. I don't know how I can make that more clear to you guys. So my mom passed, I'm feeling guilty, feeling sad, can't sleep, wanting to die. I get a DM from this girl, hey Denille, I need to talk to you. So I'm like, need to talk to me? Messy. This girl prayed for me once, and like my mother dead now, so what are we gonna talk about now? So then she's like, okay Denille, I had the strangest dream, but it was your mom. The girl starts to describe my mother, guys, to the T. Like my mom's thick hair, her height, how short she is, everything. Like she could tell me exactly how my mom looks. So I'm like, yo, this is wild. This seems like this is my mama. Like this seemed like it could be a true something. So anyways, so in the dream, my mom asked her to make a cake for me and give it to me in December, and the cake has to be purple and white, and it needs to say, I'm so proud of you. So she's saying to me, what's December? What is December for you? So I'm like, December is my birthday, so December is like a big deal to me. And she's like, oh, okay, well that makes sense. And she says to tell Ingrid that she loves her. So I'm like, Ingrid? I'm like, you know Ingrid? And she's like, no, who the hell is Ingrid? I'm like, that's my mom's favorite niece. Like, so it would make sense that she would single her out to say that she loves her, because that's her favorite niece. And then she's like, oh, and she wants you to know that you don't need to feel guilty for her dying. She was just ready to rest, and you should find peace in that and understand that no matter how much you guys always bickered and didn't always see eye to eye, she was just so proud of you for always being such a confident person, always being independent, and you know, never following the crowd, just always just doing my own thing. Because yo, that's just me from a small, like, me I do my own thing, and una do that thing, yeah, do for your thing, and me just a business. And I was always a hard-headed child to deal with, but you know, I guess my mother really appreciated that about me, and her bringing that message to me, guys, brought me so much peace. I really didn't expect this video to be so long, and really if no one ever sits through this video, it's a-okay, because I feel it feels good to sit down and talk about my mommy, my best friend, the person who helped to make me the amazing woman I am today. There is nobody in this world that could ever replace my mother. There's no one that could ever understand how much I love my mother. Like when my mother used to come to me in dreams, it used to always be intense, which is why I think that it just doesn't happen anymore. The last dream that my mother came to me in, I was there talking to her and playing in her hair and telling her about Jev and work and everything, and in the dream, like, she coughed and I started to cry, and she's like, relax, I'm okay, just talk to me. And I'm there telling this figment of my imagination like my whole life, and it gave me peace, but it also made me really sad that I don't actually have my mother to talk to anymore. But it has not been easy, and it really has gotten a little more manageable. It's not easier, and I can just, you know, I don't know how to say it. It's like I don't know how to say it. It's like I've come to terms that I've lost someone amazing, and special days are just easier to handle. So, you know, normally the order of day for my mother's birthday is to cry. Major key. I have to just bawl and just done. My birthday, I have to spend at least half the day crying because my mommy didn't tell me happy birthday, and she never come into my bedroom and sing for me. But now it's like, yes, I still plan to cry, but I want to celebrate. Like how I celebrate the day that she died. Like Cinco de Mayo, I'm finna turn up. I'm sure you guys saw me at Chilitos last year. So that's how I spend that day. So I'm trying to make birthdays happier as well, and try not to be too down in the dumps. And I think I could ways by sharing a video about my entire experience with losing my mommy. So yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe if you'd like. This video is not necessarily like, comment, share, push. If you want to do that, that's fine. This is really just therapy for me to talk about my mommy. You know, it's been rough, but you know, I have people in my life that really help me. Like Jev reminds me so much of my mom. Like, it's crazy. Like, and he reminds my other family members of my mom as well. It's creepy. Like, Jev says the things that she would say, and he lectures me in the way that she lectures me. My boyfriend is really, you know, has a little piece of my mom in his heart. They are so in sync, and they have never met, and that's just the beauty of God. That's just the beauty of life. Like, I think God understood that I really couldn't go on without my mommy, so God sent me Jev to mom me to death on a daily basis. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming to my channel yet again. Today's Saturday. You guys will get another video on Monday. Lighter hearted content, but if you're able to make it through to the end of my video, thank you so much. Yeah, so bye guys.